Delaware River Port Authority police are investigating a report that a Philadelphia man who threatened suicide has jumped from the Benjamin Franklin Bridge last night. Philadelphia police contacted the authority police after receiving a call that someone was going to jump off the span. Bridge patrolman Victor Curry later found a jacket on the south footwalk which had identification cards bearing the name of F.G. Grismond of 2312 Firth Street in Philadelphia, and a check at that address disclosed Grismond missing. The Philadelphia Harbor Patrol grappled most of the evening and resumed early today. The Campbell Soup Company is seeking permission to build an incinerator at 2572 Mount Ephraim Avenue. An application for a zoning easement has been received by the Camden Zoning Board of Adjustment, which has taken the petition under advisement. The soup company wants to build the incinerator 600 feet off Mount Ephraim Avenue. The facility will be 58 feet. The South Jersey Medical Research Foundation has received an $86,000 grant from the National Polio Foundation to continue research in the development of Salk vaccine. Dr. Louis L. Coriel, director of the Research Foundation, said the money will assist in the research for a strain of normal cells suitable to grow virus for the manufacture of the vaccine. Republican Camden City Commissioner Edward Garrity yesterday asked his fellow commissioners to consider holding some of its semi-monthly meetings at night so that more taxpayers could attend. Garrity's proposal was made at the City Commission meeting. He said a formal resolution to this effect will be drafted and presented at the next meeting of the Commission. The Commission, in other action, authorized Havens and Emerson, its consulting engineers, to prepare final plans and cost estimates for new storm sewers in the 10th Street and Kane Avenue section of South Camden. The area has been plagued in recent months by flooding from thunderstorms. In other action, the Commission amended its liquor ordinance to permit the issuance of 2 additional club licenses to Catholic organizations. The only protest to the move was a letter from the City Tavern Owners Association, which said the city had enough private clubs. The Commission's action permits licenses to be issued to the East Camden Catholic Club, the Knights of Columbus at 2712 Saunders Avenue, and the Knights of St. George of Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church, 4th and Division Streets. And Ralph J. Carr of Audubon has been named Deputy City Comptroller, succeeding retired J. Walter Treck. Carr, who will receive $7,000 annually, had been employed for 15 years by the Thomas M. O'Neill Company, the city's auditing firm. I'll have more on the local and regional scene after news from Wright.
Best Buy. Yes, your Best Buy, a brand new 58 Ford from Rice and Holman. And here's why. Ford has stopped production on all 1958 models. Rice and Holman has the largest inventory in the Philadelphia, Delaware Valley area. Your best selection is now. The new 1959 models will, in all probability, be more costly, possibly in limited production. You save by buying now. Your used car is at its peak at this very moment. Used car values drop when new car models are announced, so you save by buying now. You need less cash outlay, and you pay less cash difference if you buy now. But hurry, while the 58s last. Remember, Rice and Holman has the largest inventory of any Ford dealer in the entire area. And Rice and Holman's greater volume means greater savings for you. No matter where you are, your best buy is a 1958 Ford if you buy now. Rice and Holman's 2 locations are open until 10 p.m. Maple and Union Avenues in Merchantville, and the Pennsauken Sales Center on the Admiral Wilson Boulevard. Your best buy, a 1958 Ford from Rice and Holman.
The West Jersey Hospital School of Nursing will hold its 63rd annual commencement exercises next Tuesday night for 21 senior student nurses. Diplomas will be presented by Harry I. Lutz, the president of the hospital's Board of Trustees. A special school election will be held in Maple Shade next Tuesday. Residents will vote on a proposed $450,000 bond issue to finance 2 new grade schools. In Philadelphia, the Pennsylvania Superior Court has ruled that work stoppages in 1956 at the Westinghouse plant in Leicester were not the result of lockouts. The ruling denies payment of unemployment compensation benefits to 6,000 electrical union workers at Leicester who were out for 156 days. 8-year-old Thomas Phillips of Camden has died of injuries suffered when struck by a car in front of his home at 294 Mount Vernon Street. Police say the driver, 53-year-old Joseph W. Penn of 2nd Street near Walnut, will be charged with causing death by auto. And 3 bandits held up a service station attendant in Delaware Township last night. They fled with $15 after pointing guns at the attendant, Ted Brissacker, who works in the station on Haddonfield Road near Route 38. School administrators at a meeting yesterday at Pine Point Junior High School in Camden pledged their support of a government program to extend the Treasury-sponsored school savings program in Camden schools and to increase student participation in schools already operating the program. Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Anthony Catchbone, a member of the Camden County Savings Bond Committee, joined with school principals in backing the Treasury's effort to increase the sales of savings stamps to students. Former heavyweight boxing champion Jersey Joe Walcott, now a special officer with the Camden Police Juvenile Division, will be the chief judge at a hula hoop contest being sponsored this Saturday by WKDN for area youngsters. The contest, which is expected to attract 500 small fry, will be conducted at Radio Park in front of our studios beginning at 3 p.m. The boxing manager of middleweight Rocky Castellani, Charles Marandola, won a writ of habeas corpus in Atlantic County Court, but it failed to spring him from county jail. He has been in jail for almost a month, charged with being a user of narcotics. Judge George Nami granted the writ, but the sheriff's office then produced a warrant from California charging Marandola with being a parole violator and asking his return to California jurisdiction. The court then ordered him continued in custody. On the Trenton scene, former state treasurer Archibald Alexander of Bernardsville says it is impossible for him to be the Democratic candidate for state senator from Somerset County. Alexander had been mentioned as a candidate for the vacancy caused by the resignation of Republican Senator Malcolm Forbes. But the former treasurer says private affairs makes it impossible for him to accept the nomination. And Governor Minor says he plans to adopt Connecticut's anti-speeding program if New Jersey's traffic death rate doesn't drop quickly. The Connecticut plan calls for an automatic 30-day license suspension for first-time offenders, a 60-day suspension for a second offense, and an indefinite suspension for third-time offenders.